I've kind of got a hankering for a P bass to go with my other P bass because I have some band funds saved up. And since I'm not feeling well today, Sunday, and it's gross out, I figured what better time than now to see if I do need one. A friend of mine said since I have an SB-2 already, which is essentially a P bass with a jazz pickup, that I could just roll off the jazz pickup because the way the volume works is volume, 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 volume. Turn this down, and then it's just a P bass. So that's not a bad idea. Well, let's see if it works. So I'm just going from my Trace-Elliot Series 6 GP12 to an Avatar 212. This is a passive bass, and the pickups are super hot. So I was putting it in the active port, but let's just go like with like. Since it's passive, let's do passive. And I'm not doing any sound into the computer. This is just quick and dirty for my own reference and for anyone else that might care. This is a 93 SB-2 3-bolt. I got it off of eBay early 2000s, 2004, something like that. I have it written down somewhere. But just play some basic fingerstyle riff. This is neck pickup 100%, all the way open. Bridge pickup off. And whatever this is set at. Kind of mids boosted. I've got both my buttons pushed so that it's colored a little bit by the amp. Otherwise, it sounds really lame. That's dry. Oops. This is with a mid boost. On. Off. Can't really. Kind of gives it a tiny bit more bottom end. And then this is actually that's the EQ, I think. Yeah, that's the EQ. And this bottom one is the mid boost. I don't know. I can't figure this thing out. Whatever. Just here's the riff. That's neck pickup wide open. Let's turn the bridge pickup on a little bit, and I think this pot might be not great because I feel like until I get to the last like 90% and up, it really doesn't change the sound. So here we go one more time. Whoops. A little bit more. A little bit more on the bridge pickup. I feel like there's a little bit more growl when I slide up right here. There's definitely more top end to it. A little bit more, not quite maxed yet. So it seems to be just on the top end stuff. And then this is maxed. So the bridge pickup maxed, neck pickup maxed. Really hear the jazz pickupness of it. Usually when I would play this back in the day, I would have it on full and I would roll the bridge pickup down about a quarter maybe. So from full, very thin, right? Roll it back a little bit. A little bit punchier. Back some more. About the same. This is maybe 25%. And then, no, that was actually like a 1%. So this is off, no more bridge. Very strong magnetic field design pickups. You guys are everyone knows about that. So, okay, let's try now. If you can remember my really lame riff. This has really old round ones on it. Now this bass, I'm starting to fall for. I bought this for $400 off of Craigslist a few years ago. And fun fact, at a show yesterday, I actually ran into the guy that sold it to me. So, passive input. It's not as hot. The guy that sold it to me, Andy, said he put in Fender's Custom Shop 62 pickups. Do I know the difference between the regulars? I don't know. But we can do an A/B comparison, right? So, did I say this has flats on it? I don't know. It does. Action's a little low, so it can get clanky, so I've had to kind of adjust how I play on it because I can't seem to get it to be any... I can't seem to tweak it. I'm not a really great setup guy. Here we go. What do you call it? Volume, tone all the way off, volume all the way up. Whoops. So like 0 top end. Where this one with the bridge pickup off, you still got some top end. Let's turn it up a little bit on the tone. Now you hear the precision-based character. I think, it took me years. I've had 2 P basses prior. I had a Japanese, like a 90s model, a purple one in the early 2000s. And then I had a Lakeland Duck Dunn Skyline version, so the cheaper one, the Korean one. It was beautiful. Block inlays, rosewood, red on black, or black on red. I couldn't figure out, matching headstock. I could never get that thing dialed in, and I kind of wish I still had that because I traded a bunch of stuff for it. Ultimately, it turned into my other L1K, my brown one, but that would have been a cool one to keep. So anyway, turn up the bridge pickup a little bit more. I'm sorry, the tone. A little bit more. Oops. More. And then now tone is maxed, volume is maxed. A little noisy, but I'm really liking the character of tone that this bass gets. It's got I don't know if it's that Fender Mystique or if it's a precision based thing. So I think what my little experiment has shown me is this is a great bass, though I'm not playing it as much, but it's not going to replace a P bass. Maybe in a pinch where I felt like the with the bridge pickup turned off, it was pretty thuddy, but not as thuddy as this. Granted, these are flats, those are rounds. But I think by boosting the treble up a little bit, I'm getting that growl that this one seems to get, but just in a different way. It's non-bass players might not get it. People in the crowd might not hear it. But as they say, if you know, you know, right? I have, there's songs I've heard in just listening to music where you hear a bass do one of those, and it's like, ooh, that sounds kind of cool. Maybe it's overdriven a little bit, it's doing SVT or something like that. One example is the beginning of Weezer's song Hash Pipe. But he's playing with a pick. Brian Bell, I think, is his name, and it's like, wow, okay, that's a cool sound, cool tone. Anyway, so I feel like, maybe I'm trying to justify it to myself. I've almost got enough money saved up. I've got a Fender P on one hand that a guy is getting rid of, and I found a G&L American-made LB100 for a little bit more money, but way cheaper than you can get them otherwise. So part of me wants to go with the Fender because it is yellow on black, or black on yellow. It's more of a buttercream with black pickguard, and it's the Player series, which new is about $800. This guy's put some upgrades on it. And it's got a maple board, which I kind of want to get. I've been anti-maple for years, But now that I got a rosewood P bass, I kind of want to get a maple one for looks, for sounds, and just to have a different tool in the arsenal. The what do you call it? The LB-100 by G&L is a beautiful bass. It's a Fullerton red, and like I said, I had a red bass before, the Lakeland, and so it's the same body as this guy, the LB-100, same body as this. Got standard P bass style pickups here, no bridge pickup, versus the MFDs. And so it's a red Fullerton red with this type of tortoiseshell, which is okay, and I'm not against it. With a rosewood board for about 150 plus tax more. So let's say $200 more. If the Fender was just stock, I probably would say forget it. I'll just go with the G&L. But I like the additions to that Fender. The guy's got a YouTube video playing it, and it sounds really nice. So we'll see. Anyway, project complete. I hope I feel better, and I hope you do too.